In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to program a lighthouse. I'll click on the start block and call this one Lighthouse. I'll connect the ace and choose Lighthouse. This has an output which is a foghorn, and a light. So what we want to happen first of all is the foghorn and the light to come on and then go off again, because the foghorn needs to sound and then have a breaking sound and then sound again, and similarly the light needs to come on and then go off to flash. So we'll choose an output, switch output, we'll have both of them on at the same time for 1 second. Then we'll have both of them off for 1 second. We'll try a stop, so we'll just stop it just whilst we test it. And we'll play. And that seems to be working well. So we're now ready to click on selection and select the stop and delete it and loop it back round to test that it carries on going, and it does. We have one problem though. In the sunlight we don't need this on, we only need it on in the dark. So I'm going to select all of these and move them down to make some room. And I'm going to delete these lines by clicking on them and pressing delete. I need a decision box, which is this box now, which we're using for the first time. The decision box asks a question: is the sun on, or is it gone dark and the sun is off? You can change the sun by clicking on it and turn the program from light into dark. And this decision box, now if I click on it, asks, is input, that's this that we click on, which is the sun, on? Is input sun on? If it is yes, then it's bright sunlight and we don't need this to go ahead. We want, if it's on, yes, this not to happen. So if we double click on this decision symbol here, the yes and the no reverse places, change places. So is the sun on? No, therefore it must be dark. We want this to run. Is the sun on? Yes. We don't want anything to happen. We want nothing to happen. So let me join those up. If it's on, the sun, nothing happens. And it's just got to loop back around to itself to keep checking, is the sun on? Is it daylight? If the sun is on, then nothing needs to happen. It can just keep checking that the sun is on and it's bright daylight, and the lighthouse doesn't need to do anything. But as soon as the sun is not on, then the lighthouse needs to be activated, and the foghorn and the lights need to come on, and it needs to go down this way. Once it's carried that through once, it needs to check to see if the sun is still not on, and whether it needs to carry on with the foghorn and the light, or whether it can switch itself off. So this needs looping back round to here. So now it looks like this. Is the sun on? Yes, it's bright daylight. It will loop around and keep checking to see if it's still bright daylight, and nothing needs to happen. But as soon as the sun is not on and it's gone dark, then the lighthouse comes on and it keeps checking to see that the sun is not on, like so. Let me play it. The sun is on, so now it's looping round here and nothing is happening. But as soon as I click on the sun and change it to dark, then it runs down this procedure. The sun is still not on and the lighthouse still continues to work. As soon as I switch the sun back on, yes, it will run round this loop, and the lights and the foghorn go out. Your challenge now is to make it so that the foghorn sounds when the light is off, and the light is off when the light is on when the foghorn is not. So in other words, alternate these, because at the moment they're both sounding at the same time. I want them to be at different times. So the foghorn to come on when that is off, and that is on when the foghorn is off.